Great. So, welcome everyone. Well, this is our HeartPowered Daily Inspiration session, and we are living in a powerful time of change. And inspiration and information and concrete advice are more needed than ever to really stay positive, creative, and focused. And it's really time for you to speak up, scale up, and make a bigger difference in the world. And for you, we invite an inspiring thought leader every single day, someone that's close to my heart, that's creating magic out there in the world to give you some concrete hints and tips on how to step up yourself. And, today I have someone here with us that's really amazing. Most people don't know that about her, but she's been through so many challenging times. She's been through abuse, anorexia, bulimia. She's been dumped by a fiance a couple of months prior to their wedding, which is crazy. And she's gone through multiple IVFs, and some of you women out there might relate to that, what that means. Well, today she's working on 4 continents as a mentor coach, accredited by the International Coach Federation. She trains Fortune 500 executives, entrepreneurs, politicians, and she does do life-changing retreats in exotic places. She is proud to be an official member of the Forbes Coaching Council, and she's married to her soulmate, Nicolas Uranos. She's a proud stepmom of Marilena and the mom of a beautiful girl called Joy. With her family, they live all over the world. They're serving to the global awakening, to creating miracles to their clients. And she's committed to support 1 million women to reclaim their lives, to get filled with confidence, let go of their not good enoughness and stress, and enjoy every second of their precious lives. Well, welcome with me, Jill Douka. It's amazing to have you with us today, Jill.
Thank you, Monique. Thank you. I really love what you're doing.
Great. So why don't we jump right into it? So why don't you give us some advice, or what do you do right now to stay positive and creative in these challenging times?
So what has really hit me with this coronavirus is that it's not about what I do or what we do now. It's about what we did the past years. And it's incredible to even think about it. Because when all this started, the first thing that I was thinking was, what am I going to do? What is my family going to do? How are we going to go through it? I went through a very tough time that I had crazy thoughts, that we might not make it, or that some of my most loving people might die if I don't die. I mean, like some really crazy, very, very tough thoughts. And then the other thing that came into my mind was to drop everything, to stop doing. We had a class for coaches previous Saturday. I was like, okay, we cancel it because it was supposed to be live, or we cancel this, we cancel that. But this, Monique, lasted for around 3 days. And after that, inside of me, with all this negativity, this ego talking, I thought of who I am, and I thought of what I've done, and I thought of the value that the students have been taking. And I also spoke with many of our graduates and the coaches that we have in our programs. And I realized that it's about how much we have worked in our conscious, in our mindset until today, that all this pays off. And I realized something huge, that I'm not training people to become life coaches. I'm not being trained to become an exceptional life coach at the level of MCC, which is the 3% of the coaches globally, in order to support people to find their perfect match, in order to support people to make more money, to be more abundant, to have a nice relationship, to bring their children in the world. These are incredible things, and we're doing them, and we're doing them every day. I get wins from my clients, my students. But I realized that we have been through all this training in order to be ready to stay focused and know what is important during these challenging times. So it's something way more bigger, Monique, that we are being called now to do. And all the problems we used to think, oh, my husband said this, all this. Now they're like, seriously, that's your problem? People are dying. It's like war. It's as if having a war without having a war, which is so confusing. So one is this. One is the fact that you saw what you prepare, okay, as the saying goes. So now is the time that everyone who has really worked in their mindset, that it comes out on how to go above the wave, like surfing. In surfing, you're in the sea, and then your goal is to be above the wave. So whoever has worked is gonna go above the wave because they have the mindset. Whoever hasn't worked, they're gonna be in the wave. And as we all know, this is not a pleasant experience. So you get drowned, you don't know where you are, you feel lost. So this is the one thing that I'm very happy that I see. And I know that the students, and your fans that are gonna watch this are the people that are going on the wave. Okay, because they have worked their mindset, they have worked their gut, they have worked their ego. Now, the other thing that is incredible, if you think, is the fact that it's the first time in humanity that all people put above profit human life. Because even in wars, there were two parts. Even in the two global wars, there were two parts separated. Now, it's all the world that put the human life so clearly above money, above profit, and above the incredibly stupid, may I be allowed to say, way of living that we have created, for me, with absolute no reason. So these are the two things that it's so important that we keep. And for me, the positivity comes through this. How can I understand that above all is human life? And this is our goal, for us to be okay, for us to be healthy, and for us to be happy. Yeah. Above everything else, because the way that we've been working is not that. It's not that. We have been putting the work above our families, profit above human. And where does this lead us?
Yeah, it's beautiful what you're saying, Jill. It really makes things much more clear of what really holds the value in our life in this world, right? And as I think that all of you that have actually that will be watching this here, you've gone through these doubts and these moments of fear. And what you're saying is, the moment we get it back together, the moment we consider what is really at the core of what we do, we cut the noise, we cut actually all the little distractions, we finally see a bigger picture, like what you're saying. You found that the work you're doing is much more profound and much bigger than what you thought you were doing, right? So, Jill, why don't you share with everyone here, what are 3 concrete things that you do right now to keep, serving the wave, as you said? Because I know that you now, like you were saying, that you're running an event, now you're doing it online. So what are 3 things you recommend everyone here watching to do to keep enjoying to surf the wave?
So the first thing, Monique, is to do what you invite them to do, is to step up. Okay, step up. This is not a time to lie on the couch, to watch all the Netflix series. I mean, apparently you can do this, but seriously, this is a time of work. This is a time of serious work. And all your fans that, want to become a speaker, that are attempting to become a speaker, or they want to put on their business, now is the time to work 200 times more than you've been working, to just press the accelerator of the car and really focus and work, because now people need us. Now is the time to step up and speak up and bring your word out there. Okay, bring your word out there by writing, bring your work out there by a Facebook Live, bring your work by a masterclass. We did a masterclass with a record of 100 people attending online. And this is what it shows that people really need this. People are thirsty, and we need to speak up and step up. So no laziness, no, scratching our backs. This is the serious time of working. So this is one. The second one is that it's very important, as the collective consciousness is drawing into fear, not to bite on this. And I'm not saying to, not to take care of ourselves or to go out and, go and walk out. I'm not saying, no, it has nothing. Be 100% responsible. But on the other side, really don't read all the things that have been written. Don't be all day in the social media, because the only thing it does, it's ruining our mind. So take 10 minutes, focus those 10 minutes, get informed, okay, and you're done for the day. I strongly recommend this, because otherwise it's so easy to get into the fear and paralyze, and then, yes, watch all day, movies or whatever. So this is not helping anyone. And the third one, which is the most important, it's to change or die. Okay, so the people that now will have the training, the knowledge, the skills, and the abilities, or will seek for the training, the knowledge, the skills, and the abilities to change the status quo, to change the stupid, the way that pollutes the globe, the way that we're really making this complete destruction with all Earth. We have to change that. We have to change the way that we've been working, and we have to take everything to the air. And I'm not saying that at the end we're not going to be meeting, but what if we need to go to the office one time per week instead of 5? What if we can do the same work in 6 hours instead of 12? So change or die.
I love what you're saying. It's so important. I mean, we're so aligned once again, right? It's all about stepping up, stepping forward, right? I mean, now it's a time to not withdraw, right? Yes, balance, right? As you and I said as well, take care of your body, it's move, right? Everything else. But it's really like step up. Don't step back. Don't go into hibernation mode. Ask yourself, what do people around you need right now, and how can you help? Right? And I love how you're saying that. Don't fall into the distractions, right? Don't watch all the little videos and all the latest seemingly news around what's happening. Rather be the change maker, be the expert yourself, and share what you have, and change or die. I think that says it all, right? So Jill, why don't we just summarize into just giving everyone here just this one little thing, this one little call to action, or this one little thought, or this one little message to hold in their heart today. What is this one thing you recommend them to do today, to be today, to take in today, to get them to step up?
Tony Robbins says the secret to living is giving. And once I really started doing it, it really nurtures our heart. So I think that in times of adversity, the only thing that matters at the end is our relationships. So I would totally, of course we're not meeting people, but that doesn't mean that we cannot meet. Okay, that doesn't mean we cannot pick up the phone, do a Facebook call. So what I would completely suggest, and I would urge the funds, is to write down a list of 5 people that might be alone, might not have the resources that we have, might not be internet savvy, and just write down the names of those 5 people. An aunt, a grandma, I don't know, the old lady that lives in the building, and just find a way of calling, of sending a message and say, hey, is there anything I can do for you? How are you? Would you like us to talk? And just talk for 3 minutes. So it will be 15 minutes of our precious time, but seriously, it makes wonders. I've been doing it every day. I've been contacting 3 people, just to check on them, and it really nurtures my heart. So I would strongly suggest that to your fans, Monique.
I love that. And Jill, I'm gonna play along. Okay, I'm gonna create a list of 5 and I'm gonna reach out. Definitely. I think it's such a beautiful giving, supporting initiative. So if all of you start doing that, it's gonna make a difference to a lot of people. So and I know, a lot of people are out there, need help, are pretty isolated, especially in these days. Okay. I had a friend and he said that he spoke to a person that said, I'd rather be dead than be more lonely than I already am. Okay, so it's really a heart-touching message. So what you're saying, Jill, is so important and powerful. So I can play along. List of 5, reach out today, and it makes all the difference. Thank you so much for being with us
Thank
today,
you,
Jill.
Monique.
If you are a genius, okay, I'm sure a lot of people would love to stay in touch with you. Where do they find you?
In our coaching certificate, accredited by International Coach Federation, Global Academy of Coaches. So I'm the coach of the coaches. I train people to become exceptional coaches in order for all of us to step up and speak up and become leaders in Global Academy of Coaching.
Perfect. Love that. And everyone that has been thinking about becoming a coach, now it's the perfect time to, again, stay focused, and actually enroll and go through the journey and serve a lot of more people out there. Coaches are crucial right now to support helping people stay positive and vibrant and joyful and bring their genius out. Jill, thank you for being with us today. Tomorrow we're going to have another heart-powered inspirational daily session for you. Jill, let's go out there and create our magic. And all of you, go out there and share your voice, speak up, scale up, impact the world in a great way.
Bye.
See you
Thank you.
again.